Have you ever gotten upset over something only to discover later the other person never actually said it? Not because they lied, not because they weren't listening, but because your brain quietly added something that was never there. And if you've ever started an argument, lost sleep, or damaged a relationship over a misunderstanding, this may explain why. By the end of this video, you'll know how to stop reacting to conversations that never actually happened. Let's try a quick experiment. I'm going to tell you 3 very short stories. None of them have an ending. Let's see if your brain can resist finishing them. Situation number 1. Your boss sends you a message. It says, "Can you stop by my office when you have a minute?" That's it. Nothing else. What happened? Did your mind immediately think, "I'm in trouble," or maybe "I'm finally getting promoted," or perhaps they just need me to sign something? Here's the interesting part. I never told you. Your brain did. Situation number 2. You send someone an important text. 4 hours later, nothing. No reply. What happened? Did they ignore you? Are they upset? Did you say something wrong? Or are they simply in a meeting, driving, or maybe taking a nap? Once again, I never told you. Your brain did. Situation number 3. You're talking with someone you care about. Halfway through the conversation, they look away, fold their arms, and say, "Okay." What happened? Are they angry, hurt, bored, thinking, distracted, ready to leave? Once again, I never told you. Your brain did. Did you notice what just happened? I gave you 3 situations. I intentionally left out the ending. I even told you I was going to leave out the ending. Yet your brain probably tried to write an ending anyway. That's one of the most fascinating things about being human and having a brain, because your brain is incredibly good at connecting the dots. The problem is, sometimes it connects dots that were never supposed to be connected. Most of the time, that's actually a good thing. It's how you recognize patterns, make quick decisions, and make sense of the world. But conversations are different. People don't always tell us everything they're thinking. Sometimes they aren't finished explaining. Sometimes we simply don't have all the information. And when information is missing, our brains naturally finish the story for us. Most of the time, we don't even realize we've done it. That's why 2 people can experience the exact same conversation and walk away believing 2 completely different things happened. Not because either person is lying, but because each person's brain finished the story differently. Think about how many arguments have started with phrases like, "I know exactly what you mean. You were obviously angry. You did that on purpose." Maybe, but maybe not. Because there's a huge difference between what someone actually communicated and the story your brain created about it. The goal isn't to stop your brain from connecting dots. The goal is to make sure the dots are actually there before you draw the picture. Think about how many conversations go wrong because we're convinced we already know what the other person meant. Do you? Or did your brain simply write the ending before the conversation was over? There's a huge difference. Suppose someone says, "We'll talk later." That's all they say. Those 3 words, nothing more. One person hears, "They're angry." Another hears, "They're busy." Another thinks, maybe they have a surprise. Same words, 3 completely different conclusions. Who wrote those stories? Not the speaker, the listener. That's why we sometimes hear things people never actually said. But because our brains naturally try to replace uncertainty with certainty. Unfortunately, certainty and accuracy aren't the same thing. So what do you do with this? The next time you catch yourself thinking, "I know exactly what they meant," treat that thought like a yellow caution light. Don't speed up, slow down. Instead of reacting, get curious. Ask yourself, what did they actually say? Then ask yourself one question. What part of this story am I writing instead of observing? Those 2 questions can completely change the direction of a conversation because they force you to separate what actually happened from the story your brain created about what happened. And those aren't always the same thing. Instead of saying, "You're mad at me," try saying, "You seem quieter than usual. Is everything okay?" Instead of, "I know what you meant," try, Can you help me understand what you meant? Notice the difference? One assumes, the other asks. One creates conflict, the other creates clarity. Curiosity almost always creates better conversations than certainty. Imagine your significant other sends you a text. We'll talk when you get home. That's it, nothing more. Before you even leave work, your brain starts writing the story. What did I do? Are they upset? Did I forget something? The entire drive home, you're replaying yesterday's conversations. You're preparing your defense. You're bracing yourself for an argument. Then you walk through the front door. They smile. They simply wanted to tell you about a surprise they planned for the weekend. Think about that. For 20 minutes, you experience stress, frustration, and anxiety over a conversation that never actually happened. Not because your significant other created it, because your brain finished the story before it had all the pages. How many conversations in our lives begin exactly that way? The next time you're absolutely certain you know what someone meant, pause. Get curious before you get certain. Because one of the fastest ways to misunderstand someone is to become convinced you already understand them. If today's video made you look at conversations a little differently, I think you'll enjoy this next video because every conversation has layers most people never notice. And the more you understand those layers, the calmer, clearer, and more confident you'll become as a communicator. I'll see you there.